Hello, welcome to Module 2 in Teaching Techniques for Healthcare Professionals. In this overview video, we'll take a broad look at the module. We'll look at each page and make sure that you know each task that you need to complete by the end of the module. The work that we do with objectives and alignment in week 2 are very foundational for the rest of the class and the rest of your lesson plan project. These objectives that you develop are really the standing point of your entire project. This is a fun week. Let's go into our Module 2. I'm here at the home page. I'm going to scroll to the bottom for a quick link to Module 2. Module 2 is objectives and aligning those objectives. So last week, you identified a topic that interests you and you narrowed down that topic to a good working topic. Also, in the Bloom's Taxonomy lesson, you learned a little bit about institutional outcomes and writing lesson objectives. This week, you will write those lesson objectives. You are going to spend time with outcomes and lining up your objectives with outcomes. You'll also line up those objectives with levels of learning and the assessment. So what are you required to do this week? This week, by Thursday, you need to have created your introductory YouTube video. You also need to read. This is your first time approaching No Time to Teach, your textbook. You're going to read this one outlier, page 189, which is How to Waste Time Teaching, and also pages 1 through 44. Why teach? All the way through knowing your learner. Finally, you will turn in an assignment that is your objectives and aligning your objectives. Objectives, outcomes, and alignments assignment. These next couple pages, I have a more detailed lesson on them that walks you through these and how to create and align your objective. So please watch that video. Here, these week 2 resources, you must read through these. So you're going to read through the 2 short documents linked here on objectives versus outcomes and course alignment. If you need to go back to the Bloom's Taxonomy lesson in week 1 as you're building your assignment, please do that. And then your textbook reading, again, pages 189 and 1 through 44. The week 2 assignment, objectives, outcomes, and alignments. In this assignment, you will imagine that you are asked to prepare a class for a group of 10 students or patients based on the topic that you chose last week. You're given 1 hour and whatever resources that you need to teach this topic. 1 hour is so much shorter than you would expect. So you cannot cover all aspects of your topic. You are going to pick 3 objectives for this course. Okay, let me be clear. You are not actually going to teach this course. You're not going to teach it in this classroom. You are just putting together the lesson plan throughout these 7 weeks, but you are not actually physically presenting it in this course. There are other courses that you get to do such things. I'd like to put this assignment in context of the broader project, lesson plan project. Last week, as you know, you narrowed your topic. This week, I told you, is a pinnacle week. It is really foundational in writing our objectives on how we build our lesson plan. Week 3, you're going to take a break from the project and take a quiz instead. Week 4, you will be crafting your entire lesson plan from these foundational objectives that you have developed. Week 6, you're going to prepare a slide presentation that's based directly off your lesson plan. The slide presentations that you've seen me present for my lessons are a replica of what you are going to be doing. Now remember, you're not actually going to give a presentation. You are just preparing the lesson plan and the slides for the lesson plan. The final week, you will prepare an infographic for the particular topic and lesson plan. And then the last step, such an important step, is you will do lesson modification, also known as closing the loop. You'll reflect on the whole process and say, what went well? What was good about that lesson plan? Stick with it. Keep it in the lesson plan. You'll also say, what was weak? What didn't work out well? And you're going to change and modify those. It's so important to do those in real time. If you wait until the next year when you teach it again, you'll just make the same mistakes. So week 7, we will close the loop in lesson modification. All right, and on Thursday, your YouTube introduction to. There are more details here in this page. And here's our trustworthy review page to make sure you've completed everything you need to. Make sure you have completed the week 2 assignment, objectives, outcomes, and alignments. Due Sunday night, midnight. That you've posted your video, that's due Thursday night. And you've gone through each of those course resources. You've read the necessary material. A very important piece, once your objectives are graded, I spent a lot of time, a lot of energy grading these and giving you feedback to set you up for success for the rest of the time. So go back, review my feedback, make the changes and the edits that are necessary. I give credit for those changes and edits that you do make. So please take the time and energy to look over the comments and suggestions that I have made for you. Please keep in touch. Let me know if you need anything as you're walking through Module 2.